Cognitive psychology has provided us with a wealth of information about how people learn, yet we still rely on unproven and ineffective methods. Here are 5 evidence-based tips to help you learn better. First of all, understand how memory works. Memory isn't like a camera. It's prone to errors, and we construct our memories each time we recall them. But for many memories, such as facts and general knowledge, or semantic memories, we need to make sure that the information is stored in long-term memory in a relatively permanent way. Embedding these memories takes time, but you might be tricked into thinking that you can learn something in a short space of time because we remember it a couple of hours later. The problem is, you'll most likely have forgotten it in a week's time. This is what psychologists call the forgetting curve. If you don't actively recall the information in the early stages, the memory of it will simply fade. This is why cramming for exams or leaving things until the last minute is never a good idea. It gives us the illusion of learning, rather than creating lasting long-term memories. Number 2, test, and then test again. If you're going to make sure you remember things, then you're going to have to recall them often in the short term, then gradually lengthen that duration. Testing helps to embed these memories into long-term memory because the effort required to recall these creates stronger neural connections. As you lengthen the time between testing, your brain needs to work harder, what learning scientists call a desirable difficulty. It might initially seem counterproductive, and you might think you're not learning much in the short term, but you'll see huge benefits over time. Number 3, make it personal. Relating information to our lives and experiences often leads to more effective recall. We call this the self-referencing effect. We are better at recalling things about ourselves than we are related information, so it makes sense to use this fact as a way to hack our memory. Try to create connections between what you're trying to learn and something about yourself or a past experience. By doing this, we create multiple pathways to the memory, which makes recall easier, linking our episodic memory, that's the memory of our experiences, to semantic memory, the memory of facts and general knowledge. Number 4, interrogate your knowledge, what we call elaborative interrogation. Elaborative interrogation is just a fancy term for asking the whys and the hows. Rather than simply memorizing the facts, ask questions about what you are trying to learn. Why did the Germans invade Poland in 1939? The main reason Britain declared war. Or how do planes stay up in the sky, even though they're so heavy? Finally, get into the habit. I'm a big fan of developing habits. You can see my video on resilience for more information on this. Habits can help us automate behavior, and when we automate behaviors, we don't have to think about them too much, releasing extra cognitive resources for the important stuff. Schedule your study time and stick to it. Begin your assignment the day you're assigned it, rather than waiting until the last minute. Do some study, however little, every single day, at the same time, and preferably in the same place. These are just a few tips towards better learning. You can find many more on my blog, link in the description.